Hey guys, let's start this day off with a little cold start. There we go. Now it's a party. Hey, if you have any interest in this hat, I thought I'd show this off for a second. So in this nasty, crappy weather we got going on here, I kind of like these hats in the wintertime. Not an influencer for Stormy Cromer, and this isn't an affiliate link, but anytime I get the opportunity to make a shout out for a company in Michigan, and these things are proudly made in Michigan, which is super cool, but they are insulated. You can find a bunch of different models, but anyhow, I just thought I'd show this off today. If you have any interest in this, I'll include a link below. Check them out. So I figure what better time than we're getting some snow and the roads are slick than to truly tell you guys how these Falken Wildpeak AT3s are on the 5th Gen Cummins. So I'm gonna let the truck warm up. We're gonna go for a drive today and see if we can pull some people out of the ditch and help somebody out. While the truck's warming up, I'm gonna go move some snow. Fire up the old Can-Am. Let's go. I know the roads are bad because my Can-Am is slipping right now, and in this amount of snow, which is not very much, we've got maybe 3 or 4 inches. Normally it's not slipping at all, it's pretty solid. So I'm sure these roads are gonna suck today. We did a real quick once over on the driveway. At least we can go check out the roads. We're getting an unexpected snowfall today, so let's see how this beast does. So we're gonna go in 2-wheel drive today. We'll see how good these Falken Wildpeak AT3Ws do and this snow we're getting today. So I've already towed with this truck in some not ideal conditions, not the worst. I mean, I've definitely towed in a lot worse, but I've been pretty happy with these tires so far. I'm gonna be looking for today is how much do I get to see the traction control light come on. I'll punch it right now so you can see it. See, there it is in the bottom left, rear end getting a little squirrely. Today's mission's gonna be, let's see if anybody's in the ditch and we'll help pull them out. If I don't have anything going on or got a slow morning, I'll on bad weather like this, I'll try to go out and help some people if I can. If we can try to help someone out, we always try to. All right, so now we're going to see how the road is gonna be. Now I'm slipping a little bit here. This is where they get a little icy. Yeah, roads are not great today. Yeah, you can see my traction control kicking on. So I'm going to put it in 4-wheel drive now. You know, one of the things I really like about the Ram HD is how the 4-wheel drive engages and disengages. You don't feel any vibration change or any vibration in the vehicle or just any engagement or disengagement. It's such a smooth process. I think that's part of Ram doesn't disconnect at the axle ends like Ford and GM does. And I've heard different rationales on why they do what they do. The downside to not disconnecting is your entire front differential and front axle assembly is always spinning going down the road. So even in 2-wheel drive, you're moving all those drivetrain components, which is coming at a little bit of probably a little bit of a fuel economy hit as well as a performance hit. Whereas I think Ford and GM see enough benefit to have wheel-in disconnects so that you're not spinning all that gear. The other downside to it as well, you're also wearing out your U-joints a little more because they're constantly spinning in the axles, whereas the Ford and the GM are not. So pros and cons to each, but I think the big pro is the engagement and disengagement in the 4-wheel drive system. You've only got one disconnect on the Ram, and that's at the transfer case, whereas the GM and Ford, you have 2 disconnects. So if you think about simplicity, the Ram system should be, you'd think, more reliable because there's less parts potentially to fail. All gives and takes in what you want in a vehicle. So far in these conditions, I'm pretty impressed with the Falken Wildpeak AT3Ws. I'm really curious, of course, my luck and timing, they come out with the AT4W just a few months after I buy the tires for my truck. I'm gonna step on the brakes and see how good it stops. A little bit of ABS, but I literally just slammed them down and it stops pretty good. Here's acceleration, 0 wheel slip, not bad. These tires are great, I'm telling you. I've had Duratraxes, BFG KO2s, the original KO1s. I've had Nitto Ridge Grapplers. I've had Toyo Open Country ATs and MTs. I've had the Baja MTZs by Mickey Thompson. I'm trying to think what other tires I've had that are all trains. I've had some Bridgestones. Oh, and then I've also had some of the Nitto tires. Let's see, Terra Grapplers, obviously the Ridge Grapplers. But yeah, these tires are awesome. See, that guy just said I couldn't even stop. I'm gonna run right through this red light. Tires did pretty good. You can see this tire's packed in a little bit, but overall not too bad. These rears cleaned out much better. This right here is where these AT3W tires impressed me. This is nasty slop right here. and I'm on the brakes pretty good, and I never once the ABS kicked in. That gave me a lot of confidence. So the ABS did kick in there for just a brief second. I'm in two-wheel drive, coming out of 3 to 6 inches of just sloppy, icy snow. Not too bad. Considering my other vehicles, I would need to be in four-wheel drive just to get out of that intersection. And let's see how these Falken AT3s do in about 4 or 5 inches of snow. I'm in two-wheel drive. Just got a little slip there. Let's see if I can make it up this hill here. Still can't make it. Have to put it in four-wheel drive now. I'm spinning. All right, now let's give it a go. Geez, I'm still spinning even in four-wheel drive, so that should kind of tell you a little bit. Yep, I'm still spinning. So that's actually pretty impressive. All right, we'll try it again now in four-wheel drive and see if I can get up this. Yep, no problem now. Finally got enough time in the Cummins snowmobile season to give a little bit of a review on these Falken Wildpeak AT3Ws. Pretty happy with the wintertime performance. The traction in two-wheel drive, towing this thing, is really good. We're going to be in some icy conditions later today, so it's going to be really interesting to see how these do. But in general, like, pretty happy with the tread. You can see it kind of clears out pretty good. I'll be curious to see how these compare to the new AT4Ws that are coming out. But you can see these things got really good depth in the tread and everything. So we'll pull out of the driveway here. We got a slight incline, so you can kind of see how this thing does pulling in. He's in four-wheel drive. I'm in two-wheel. No problem at all. No wheel slip. That's pretty good because it's pretty icy. I'll even stop on this incline right now. And that right rear side is actually in the bank a little bit too. So road noise, it's pretty non-existent with these AT3W tires. If you're looking for a quiet tire that's good in snow and ice and rain, a little bit of off-road, two-track, look sharp, I think it's going to be a hard time going away from these tires. I think you'll be pretty happy with them. You can see we're not in the best conditions here. Got a little snow, got a little ice. We're probably, with this trailer setup, I'm going to say in the just shy of 5,000 pounds. Got two sleds in the back of the trailer, gear, probably around 5,000 pounds. So it's nothing for the Cummins, obviously. Plenty of power and whatnot, but I'm more looking right now at just kind of seeing how these tires feel, and the AT3Ws are awesome. I love these tires. I absolutely would recommend them. Well, I hope you find this video helpful. I'm very impressed with the Falken Wildpeak AT3Ws, and I will continue to keep buying these. From what I can tell, I think this is a great solution for towing in the winter, rain, snow, a little bit of ice. I think it's a good purchase. If you liked the video, feel free to give me a like or a subscribe. Have a great day.